Okay, this is Jay Abney, the Panhead mechanic, and this is Jay's bike. Jay, where did you get this bike?
I actually bought it off a lady in Nicholasville, Kentucky. Her husband was actually the original builder of the bike. He had it with the frame, roller, and then he passed away. And maybe 3 years or so after he passed away, I actually found it. I've been looking for a Panhead for about 4 years, and finally lucked up on this one. It was on Craigslist, and I bought it, and then I just continued to build until what you see today.
That's a beautiful bike. What should we start with? On the engine, or
I can kind of go through everything that was already done when I got it, and then I can kind of talk about the big things that I've added on since I've had it.
Okay.
So whenever I had it, it was a rolling frame. Like, it already had the disc brakes on front and back.
Yeah.
Most Panheads are mechanical brakes. So what we want to do is I want to make sure this bike is rideable day-to-day basis.
Yeah. And
you can actually function it and depend on it on the road. More of the stock Panheads were.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as things as I've added to it, probably the number one biggest thing is the starter kit on the rigid frame.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Tech Cycle kit for rigid frame Panheads. So we have the added bracketry and solenoid, the nose cone and stuff on the other side, and then the brackets for the starter button here. I know a lot of people don't like that for Panheads, but I want to be able to get on it and ride it and enjoy it instead of having to kick it all the time. We do have the kicker option, and it does kick and work. So that's the biggest change. We did move to a Mallory electronic ignition. So we got rid of the points and condensers, upgraded to electronic, make it a dependable, more stronger fire. As far as the controls, we have the billet 4 controls, and that runs all the hydraulic brake system and shifters on the other side. We also went to a hydraulic clutch instead of the mechanical cable clutch that most bikes, even today, only have. Maybe the CVOs and some of the higher up bikes have the hydraulic clutch. So this is from Riviera Primo, the cover kit, and then you run the hydraulic line to it instead of a cable. Up top, we have some new bars with PM Renthal style grips, and where we have the hydraulic clutch, we got a new reservoir here for the clutch actuator, and all the cables, hoses, and everything are all internally ran to declutter some of that. Your brake hose, master cylinder, it's all internally ran in the bars, and even the throttle cable. The throttle cable is all internally fed through the bars. So we try to hide it as much as we can to kind of clean it up and not have as much cables and extra pieces coming off the bars. We also have a small Dakota Digital electronic speedo. So the sending unit comes from the rear wheel. So we kind of kept with a small low profile speedo there. Upgraded to a Glock petcock, all billet, very heavy duty petcock. On the side over here, where we went to the electronic ignition, we had to go up to the 3.0 ohm coil, the new 300 race wire, Excel wires for the electronic ignition. We have the cycle electric voltage regulator and generator, and as you can see, this is the starter ring and the nose cone piece, all for the electric start here. The good thing about this system is it's fairly well hidden, and you can still use your stock tins, so it keeps that Panhead look to it, and use the new technology with it. So that's the majority of where we're at right now, and the next thing's to ride it, test it out, and then break it all back down for paint and powder coat.
Oh, thank you very much, Jay.
Yes, sir.